Alright guys, so we all know that the Tesla touchscreen is the main part of the car. It's literally in the center. Now what's the second thing that's the most important? The one thing that if you don't have, your Tesla really isn't a Tesla, it's your phone. And it's important to keep this charged, not only because it's important to interact with your Tesla when you're not with the car, but also to get in the car because your phone is your key. So keeping this charged is almost as important as keeping this charged. Now Tesla markets this a lot, so they know that you need to keep your phone charged. Well, how do they help you keep your phone charged? The answer is they really don't. The touchscreen, it's great where it is. It's the centerpiece of your car. The only problem is the wireless chargers are underneath it. They're right under here. You can barely even see them from the driver position. So if you want to take your phone to charge it, you're completely hiding it, putting it under there, basically forgotten to let it charge. And yes, it will charge, but you have to go underneath here to grab it. And there's a few things wrong with this. And the few things wrong with this is what Magbak has got your back on. This works with Model 3s and Ys, so let's check out how we can improve your charging inside of your Tesla. First, let's open this up. Okay, it's upside down. First, let's go ahead and open this up. So it's just a little box that you're going to slide out. You have a little welcome manual with a QR code, some instructions, as well as some product specs right here, but I won't bore you with that in this one. Inside the box is where you're gonna get your goodies. First, you have this charger right here. It's gonna plug into the outlet that's in your center console. And this has a power delivery of 30 watts. And so if your phone can accept 30 watts fast charging, your phone is gonna charge really, really fast. I'll put on screen how fast the wireless chargers are for the Tesla, but it is nowhere near as fast as 30 watts that this is going to deliver to you. The next thing inside of here is the actual charging pad. It's pretty minimalistic. It's pretty much just this. What's awesome is that it's magnetic. So even though it's not plugged in or anything, I can take my phone, slap it on there, and it's not gonna fall off. But if I want to remove it, boom. I love magnets so much. The only other thing inside of this box is an extra one of these little sticky pads in case you need to move it around. So you can re-stick it to wherever you want. And it comes with a ethanol alcohol pad so you can clean the back of your screen. So my screen actually swivels. I can move it around however I like. The one I got is for the top left. And so I can take this and put it top left right here, and it just sits there perfectly. Now, if you don't like this because you think it's too close to the gear stalks, that is totally fine. You can get the one that sits on the right hand side. Typically, I do drive with my screen tilted. You can see it's pretty far to the driver's side. And if you get the one for the top right, it's just gonna sit right here, so it won't interfere with your passenger. Now, in the driver's seat, you can see the screen is super tilted towards me. This is how I like to drive. So with my screen tilted, I could have my phone mounted right here. And honestly, this is a pretty good location. Actually, okay, I might put it right here. I didn't think that this would be the best spot, but it turns out it is. I really like it up here. This is literally perfect. It's right above your gear stalk. You can look at your maps, everything, and this is responsible using, like for maps, okay? Not like playing games on your phone. And it's perfect. You can see it sits right behind the park gear shifter, right there behind the screen. Now, if your screen is more flat, it's not tilted. If you get the one for the left-hand side, it's going to mount right here. This is perfect as well. I really like this position. This is really, really handy. Hopefully that gives you a sense of which one you like, and of course you can always get two of these if you want. And the end, by the way, it's USB-C. If you didn't already know, your Tesla comes with USB-C ports, so you don't have to plug this into the DC output in the center console. You can actually just plug it into the USB-C outputs. It's pretty versatile. Now for the install time, so we're going to take a little alcohol pad here. We're just going to clean around the edge of the screen and of course the back of the screen, so you can promote the back of the screen and the sides to where the adhesive for our Magbak is going to stick onto. Okay, this cable is really long. It's like, okay, here. We're gonna go all the way across. It's super long, so it'll definitely reach the center console where the charger is. Tilting my screen this way, just so you can see the install a little bit better. We're just gonna slide it on there, and boom, it's installed. So we got our little guy right here, and it's stuck on pretty firmly, which is nice. I'm going to tilt my screen back to its normal position, and we can start charging our phone. Now, I'm going to plug this in temporarily to this aftermarket USB-C hub that I have, just so we can send it power, and we can take my phone and put it on the charger. And you can see it started charging. This is so cool. I can move my phone around because I have this little screen, which makes it even more convenient. I also want to highlight some following features. Now, these are features that you only get with the Magbak wireless charging mount. You don't get these with the OEM charger placement or other aftermarket ones. So first, you have MagSafe support, meaning your phone will magnetically attach. You don't have to worry about any clamps or anything that other phone holders have that you have to deal with. Another important thing is keeping your phone at line of sight. sight, so not only can you see your screen, but you can unlock your screen with Face ID or just reach up and use your fingerprint. Speaking about line of sight, it's easy to reach and perfect angle for all those FaceTime and video calls. I hinted at the minimalistic design of this little wireless puck, and it's perfect because it blends so nicely with the Model 3 and Y aesthetics, and it does not look out of place at all. Alright guys, so now that we have our Magbak placed, let's talk about the wiring. So for the wiring, we're gonna have to look under here. You can see that from the charger, the wiring is coming down here, goes along here, and I'm starting to run it to the back. Now, if you sit from the driver's seat, you won't be able to see any wire whatsoever. So coming down here, along this leather piece right here, you're basically gonna take the wire and you're gonna tuck it underneath the leather panel. You're going to do that coming all the way back here. Now, stop halfway because we're gonna have to take this little panel off. So after pulling off this panel, it's just held in with these clips. You can see them right here. There's these little gold tabs and they go into these little inserts right there. So insert here, insert back there, and inserts along here. Now, once you get this pulled off, you're going to have screws that are in here, here, and here. I've removed them with a T20 bit on my screwdriver. Just take those out, and then this sits on a groove, so you're gonna wanna pull it up and then pull it out. So up and out, and this is free. You can see the little groove that it sits on right there and right there. Now you can see the wire coming in right here, going in through here. I also have some ambient lighting, but don't worry about that. You're basically going to slide it underneath this little metal piece right here, and you're gonna wanna get it as far away as these little grooves as possible. So take the wire once you start putting this back in and start pulling it back as much as possible. And that's gonna give you the most leeway for the cable to be inside of here. Now for extra bonus points, you see this wire right here? You can actually take it and you can see that there is a slit in this plastic right here. And you can actually push it into the plastic and hide it in there along the entire way until you reach right here. And then from there, just pull it in right here. So I'm gonna do that real quick and show you the finished product. All right, so I finished the wiring. As you can see, pretty much nothing along here. The saddle part is still out because I just wanted to show you the wire tucked nicely underneath here. Then it goes to here and comes out from here, and it goes straight into here. Now, I didn't tighten the screws all the way, and that's just because I wanted to leave a little breathing room for the cable to come up, and so it's not like smashed together. Pretty much from here, all you're gonna want to do is make sure your screws are back in, and then you'll take your leather piece and kind of just fit it back into place and then start clipping it back in. From there, you're good. You can close, open, and you have this USB-C with the charger right here. Now, what's awesome about this is that's not the only way that you have to charge it. So the cable coming down here can actually go inside this panel right here. And the light for this middle part right here, that center console, you can pop it out and push the wire through and have it come out to go into the USB-Cs here. Now, don't worry about that wiring. That's for a DIY project. If you do want to know what that is, because it's pretty interesting, make sure you subscribe to see that in the future. Another thing that you can totally do is get a USB-C to USB-C extension, and from there, go ahead and connect the port right here to that extension, and you can continue wiring it through here to the back right here, because remember, you have USB-C ports right here and you can wire it to here. You can also wire it on the floor instead to have it go here and then come up. It might look a little bit cleaner. It's totally up to you. Now, what's really crazy is that if you do get this extension, which I'm going to get, and I'll change this design a little bit, you can come from the charger, you can go through here, you can wind it through this entire center console and have it pop out from the light inside of here and then just go straight to here. That's eventually what I'm gonna do, so I don't have to have it wired just along here, though having it wired along here is not that big of a deal. So yeah guys, those are all the different ways that you can wire this Magbak charger. I love it, super versatile. You can do it so many different ways and just have fun with it, whatever works for you. And I know my phone will always be working for me because it'll be fully charged sitting on this charger. If you want your own Magbak charger, or if you just want to look at one, I'll have a link in the description below. If you do want to pick it up, I'll have a discount code for you, Tesla FPV. Make sure you use it, grab some awesome stuff from Magbak, because this charger, I love it.